One word that I think gets misused on the regular is the term sacrifice. Like they're sacrificing for their family. No. They're making an exchange for their family. Where am I going with this? Straight and Phil likes to describe, I'll explain. It's like this. A lot of times we say the word sacrifice when, in fact, let's say you go to the gym and you sacrifice to gain your gains. No. You make an exchange. You're deciding, I'm going to give up my time, some effort, maybe a little sweat and a little bit of pain to get a better, healthier body, better physique. And the gains also might include being more attractive to the opposite sex. The times where people say, well, there's sacrificing in college. No. You're making an exchange. You're taking the time in college or the trades or whatever craft you're in to become better and more proficient in something so you can benefit in the long run. Someone saying, sacrificing, living poor right now, like minimalistically, so I can save my money and pay cash. No, that's a beautiful exchange. When everybody else will be paying, on their 30-year and they're talking about making 50-year mortgages, you worked really hard in the early game with maybe a year or two and then paid cash for your property. And then whether you built a house, put a trailer on it, or whatever you did, you reaped the benefits. The exchange was great. The dividends for you were great because you didn't have to pay a mortgage and all the other nonsense with that. See, it's not a sacrifice when it's something you benefit from. Now, one could argue when you're being exploited, you're forced to make that sacrifice. Like, for instance, the taxes that are really taken for very, ridiculous reasons for, say, the welfare, or the food stamps, and the EBT people. Especially when you consider that you think for all the sacrifice that the working class makes, some of these people that have been exploiting you, have you ever received a thank you note from the people on the system? Or did they just forget that you had to pay that? Yeah, that's something to think about. Most things in life are not a sacrifice, they're an exchange. But the things that are truly a sacrifice are generally when someone else forces you, by coercion of the state or the government or whatever, to pay for something that benefits them. So most sacrifice is actually exploitation. Anyways, y'all have a great day. Take it easy, like, subscribe.